Howdy, welcome back to All Enjoy Sports. If you're new around here, hope I can get you to consider to like the content and subscribe to the channel. But if you're a regular around these year parts, thank you very much for the continuous support. Let's get stuck into round 18. Round 18 starts on Friday night from Accor Stadium. The Bulldogs host the Brisbane Broncos. Bulldogs are coming into the game as the favourites, whereas the Brisbane Broncos, they are sitting at approximately $2.56. Both of these sides have team list changes. Jacob Kiraz is going to be the 18th man for the New South Wales Blues. Therefore, Bronson Xerri is coming in. Wilson's coming in. Bronson Xerri stays at centre. And Ari Tawala is also going to be a centre this Friday night for the Bulldogs. Matt Burton and Toby Sexton are a halves pairing as well. And the forward pack is pretty strong for them still. We've got Harry Hayes and Sam Hughes. Harry Hayes starting because Max King is playing for the Blues. And the interchange for the Doggies is Galvin, Curran, Hapoi and Curtis Morin. For the Brisbane Broncos, Selwyn Cobbo comes back. He's going to be playing fullback. Karapani, Arthurs, Staggs and Mariner are Mariners the centre, and the forward pack. Jensen and Willison starts. That's a good enough front row. The interchange, however, has a lot of people with a lot of pause. The interchange is Walters, Jaden Hunt, Tyson Smoothie, and Jack Gajewski. Boy howdy, I think that the Broncos are actually working with a better backline, but this Bulldogs forward pack, if they can activate, if they can be at 80% of their best, lay the platform for Matt Burton and Toby Sexton, I think the Dogs can win this game for sure. And if they can still try and keep their defensive their defensive structures in place, then yeah, definitely I think they can atone for the loss that they had against the Broncos on Anzac Day Eve a few months ago now. So I'm going to go the Dogs to win this game 1-12. There are two games on Super Saturday, and game number one is from 5:30 in the afternoon. The Raiders host the Dragons. The Raiders are $1.29. The Dragons are $3.63. Josh Papali'i has earned a recall into Queensland Maroons camp, and Hudson Young is playing for the Blues. And that means Trey Mooney and Noah Martin are the new faces for the Canberra Raiders. For the Dragons, they've got injuries, suspensions, players playing State of Origin. So their lineup is as follows. It's Gutherson, Finau and Sloan, the back three. The centres, Sully and Allen. The halves remain the same. The forward pack is Emre Gula, who plays against the Raiders for the first time. Cook and David Clemmer, Raymond Faitala-Mariner, Sua and DeBellin. That is the back row. And the interchange for them is Little, Pacifici Tonga, Saleh and Michael Molo. It's not a bad forward pack the Dragons is dealing with. I do think that the backline for the Raiders is still where it's at. They are the best team, or arguably the best team in the competition. I'm going to go the Raiders to continue their dominance over the Dragons by winning 1-12. The main event on Super Saturday emanates from Queensland Country Bank Stadium. The Cowboys host the Melbourne Storm. The Storm, they're coming into the game as favourites at $1.29. The Cowboys are $3.66 outsiders. The back three, Drinkwater, Derby and Taulagi, remain intact. The centres are Purdue and Laybutt. The changes come in the halves, or start to come in the halves. It's Jay Clifford and Tom Duffy in the halves, with Tom Duffy wearing number 7 on his back. The forward pack is McLean, Edwards and Griffin Neame. Edwards playing hooker. The back row is John Bateman, Kai O'Donnell and Sam McIntyre. The interchange is Temple Kalepo, Thomas McKaylee, Caden Lars and Cohen Hess. Congratulations to Temple Kalepo, who is a hooker for the Mackay Cutters, their second option due to Xavier Carrisk's injury this season. He has played some very nice footy, has young Temple Kalepo for the Mackay Cutters this year, so this is a much deserved call-up. We need a specialist hooker to come in and ease the pressure that's in the hooker situation, so well done to Mr. Temple Kalepo. For the Melbourne Storm, Pappenhausen, Anderson and Bradley are the back three. Chan and Meaney are the centres. Wishart and Hughes are the halves, and the forward pack, Kamikamica, Garlic, King, the back row, Blore, Katoa and Big Nelson Solomona starts at lock, and the interchange is Jonah Pezzett. We've got Alec McDonald, Va'alepu and Lasati. The Melbourne Storm forward pack is definitely a strength of theirs, but they'll be no match for the North Queensland Cowboys this weekend. I think that they can pull off the upset. I truly do. I think the Cowboys can get the 2 points at the end of Super Saturday and walk away 1-12 victors. Game number 4 of round 18 is from Allianz Stadium on Sunday afternoon. The Roosters host the West Tigers. The Roosters are $1.24 favourites. The Tigers are $4.10 outsiders. Debuts for Tom Rodwell and Max McCarthy for the Sydney Roosters this weekend. And the Roosters' back row is Butcher, Focchetti and Blake Steep. The team list for the West Tigers is very different here. So we've got Sunia Taruva at fullback, Adam Duahi and Latu Fainu are the halves, and Tristan Hope is the hooker. Charlie Murray in jersey number 14 comes off the bench alongside Seyfarth, Fainu and Tony Sukkar. The forward pack as well, Terrell May, Fanua Pole still in there, Samuel Fainu, and the backline Staines, Luke Lalali'i, Drell Skelton and Toa for the West Tigers. I'm unfortunately sorry, Tigers fans. I'm going to go the Roosters to win this game 13+. The final game of round 18 is from Four Pines Park. Manly hosts South Sydney. Manly $1.37. South Sydney Rabbitohs $3.10. I think that that's kind of nice value on the South Sydney Rabbitohs at $3.10. So for the backline for the Seagulls, Jason Saab is on the sting in jersey number 2, and it's pretty much the same backline from last weekend. The forward pack is Lodge, Tavanga, Takiaho, Waddell, and the Trbojevic brothers, the other two, in the back row. The interchange for the Seagulls is Simpkin, Tommy Talau in jersey number 15, Bullymore, and Tofafoa Sipley. That rounds out the Seagulls lineup, and for the South Sydney Rabbitohs, Johnston, Tass, and Munro are the back three. Aitken and Graham are the centres. Whiten and Humphreys are the halves pairing. The forward pack is Totola, Havili, and Kolamatangi. The back row is Arrow, Duncan, and Hubner. And the interchange is Mamazulis, LeBlanc, Mawali, and Lewis Dodd has been named with jersey number 17 on his back. I give the Rabbitohs much more of a sniff than what the bookies have got them at $3.10, in my opinion. The forward pack for the Seagulls, we know that they have had their issues trying to get over the advantage line, and I think against the South Sydney Rabbitohs pack, if they come in a little bit underdone, I think South Sydney could really scare the tripe out of them. And with Jack Whiten in at 5'8", that's not a bad replacement for a now injured Cody Walker. Also to note that Brandon Smith has been named in the reserves in jersey 22, I think. So I think this game will be close. I think Manly have the better backline, but I think South Sydney, they have the better forward pack coming into the game. I'm going to tip the Manly Seagulls only just. I didn't like what South Sydney offered up defensively last weekend against the Dolphins. But yeah, I'm going to go the Manly Seagulls with not a whole lot of confidence to win this game 1-12. Howdy everyone, thank you very much for your continuous support. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you, take care, adios.